Donna Ceriani here, Leadership Success Coach and founder of Success Compass Academy. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to lead the perfect brainstorming session. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, I know how to brainstorm. I've been doing it for years. But I'm going to share tips with you to really take it up a notch so that you're seen as an even more innovative leader. And when you're about to implement changes, you're doing it with fresh ideas and greater confidence. Okay? So let's get started. So tip number one is to write a specific problem statement of what you want to brainstorm about. This could be a goal, a project, a way of doing something, a problem that's being experienced. You're looking for solutions, but be very specific about what it is. Okay. Tip number two, decide on how many ideas you really want to generate, because this will determine how much time you schedule the session for. Okay. So the rule of thumb is 30 seconds per idea. So if you're happy with 30 ideas, gee, that'd be great. Okay, you only need 15 minutes. And you don't want to go over an hour. That would be the longest brainstorming session you'd want to have. So cap it at 60 minutes, okay? And in 60 minutes, you should be able to get, 100 to 120 ideas, okay? Tip number three, select the location. Ideally, it would be someplace fun. Maybe it's in the cafeteria, it's a game room, it's a hallway, but a space where you can have your small brainstorming group standing up and moving around, okay? Tip number four, invite 5 to 7 people who have different perspectives, different point of view. Now, this is important because you want to get more creative ideas. So if everybody you invite, you all think the same way, you're always in agreement, you're not going to get as creative a set of ideas as you could. So these could be people from different teams, different backgrounds, different styles, whatever it is. But think about that when you pick your 5 to 7 people. When you invite them, include the problem statement. Because what's going to happen is if somebody's an introvert and they get into the room and they didn't have an advance peek at what the topic was, sometimes an introvert will say, I can't think with everybody talking and shouting out loud. I wish I'd had this a day before. So give everybody that problem statement at least a day in advance, right? Whenever you send the invite out. Now, the next tip, tip number 5, is when you start your brainstorming session, okay, be sure that you already have flip chart paper up on the wall with all the numbers on the chart. So if you wanted 30 ideas, maybe you've got 5 or 6 charts with the numbers on it. And as you're making progress through that 15 minutes, you'll see where you are. Hey, wait, we've only got 50, you're trying to get 30 ideas in 15 minutes. Hey, we only have 10 ideas so far. Let's keep going, right? And you'll know when you've hit your 30, okay? Now, I've already mentioned tip number 6, it's nice if everybody can be somewhat physical, stand up, walk around. One of my favorite brainstorming sessions I had was, in the kitchen. People had their coffee and their morning snacks. They just stood around on the kitchen wall. I had the flip chart paper. Very casual. It allows people to move around and be more creative. Okay. Tip number 7, be sure to write down every idea. If you're one of those people where when you get the marker, sometimes you start talking and engaging in a conversation, maybe you want to ask somebody else to do the writing for you, because the key to having a good brainstorming session is write down every single idea, okay? Tip number 8, make sure there's no debating and discussion. You're going to have to, call a red flag if somebody starts, well, wait a minute, how would we do that? And, well, isn't that the same as number 7? Do we really need to add that again? That you want to call a red flag on that, because you want to write down every single idea. There may be just a small, subtle change of the wording that could trigger a new idea for somebody else. So write everyone down. Tip number 9, this is the last tip, is be sure when you're done and you have, let's say it was 30 ideas, be sure to take all 30 ideas, type them up, and send them to the team who helped you, who came up with these ideas. Because now, the next step is you're going to evaluate the ideas, decide which ones you want to implement, and this list is gold. So don't leave them on the flip chart paper. Write them down, send them out, because you can use that list, possibly for weeks or months later when you're trying to come up with an idea on that same topic. You already have a list ready to go, okay? So those are your tips. I hope that you found this helpful. And if you would like to receive weekly tips on video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Donna Ceriani. And on a future episode, I am going to share, what do you do once you have all these ideas? How do you evaluate them and decide which ones you're going to implement? So I've got some strategies for you, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.